Chiropractic care has improved my life in so many ways. First, pain reduction. That's a major one. I have not had migraines. Like, that used to be chronic. I've hardly had any in the last year or so. Increased production at work, better sleep, better mood, obviously. And I am a big advocate not only of chiropractic care, but good chiropractic care. And my family all comes in. I brought my dad, my daughters, my brother, my sister-in-law. Tried to bring my boyfriend in. He's a little stubborn. The staff is awesome. I love everybody here. Absolutely perfect. My main issue was migraines. I had had them for about 35 years. They were getting worse and worse, and my primary care doctor basically was very dismissive. I was kind of at my wit's end, thinking I had to live in chronic pain and not being able to sleep and just being very short and rude with my children and irritated. But coming here, I felt almost immediate relief, and then overall just sustaining my visits and maintaining like an overall like alignment. I feel great almost all the time. The main activity I had serious difficulty doing was sleeping, because the pain it wasn't constant, but when it was present, it was unbearable. And that affected obviously every part of my life. But also just like turning my head and bending, like just little things that you don't realize until those pains are gone, how much you've improved. It's like little surprises throughout your day where you're like, wow, I couldn't reach that cupboard before, or that thing out of the cupboard, and all of a sudden you don't have to get the step stool because your shoulders are, able to reach higher. So the treatment here has changed my life. I love it. I love this place. Everybody's awesome, and yeah, the treatment not only works, but it's gentle and effective. It's not scary, it's not intimidating, and I feel results immediately, and they tend to last. And I try to make a point to not ride that longer than I should, because by not maintaining those effects, they sneak back up. So I like to maintain my visits so that I can live a pain-free life. I love traction, and it feels great. It feels like being on a cloud. It just relieves everything. It feels like invigorating. Like my whole spine and neck and everything just feel great after getting traction. This office didn't really meet my expectations because they didn't have any. I mean, I was just so desperate for anything, and I'm gonna be honest, a few years ago, very narrow-minded about chiropractic care, but I'm a true believer. I'm a giant proponent of chiropractics because it's just amazing. I thought at 40 you had to feel a certain way, and I feel better than I did in my teens. So it's just given me a whole lease on life. I not only would recommend this office to my friends and family, but I do. And I probably can't say it enough to everybody that I know personally, but also sometimes have to probably step out of bounds a little bit and offer some suggestions and try and get my friends and coworkers that I'm not so tight with just to give it a try, because a lot of their complaints are similar to the ones that I've seen dealt with myself and with my family. I do believe the doctor and the staff are very courteous and thorough in explaining what the treatments are, making suggestions about what I might want to try. And the more I learn about my anatomy and health, the more I feel like I can take an active part in that care. So I definitely feel well informed and well cared for here. Okay, the reason I decided to also bring my kids in and put them on a regular rotation of visits here is because ever since I was younger than them, that's when my migraines had started. And so I lived my entire life almost just thinking that that was normal and there wasn't really anything that could be done. So as I was feeling relief and improvement, I thought, well, if I could have not spent 35 years in agony, I would want to give that gift to my children and just more prevent anything like long-term. Because also my 87-year-old dad comes in, and while he gets relief, it's a lot harder because he's spent so long compensating for misalignments and issues. So his relief is more temporary, where what I hope for my children is that they'll have good structure and good alignment and be able to maintain that throughout their life by making sure that they take care of any minor adjustments that have to happen. But they've had car accidents, they've fallen on their head and out of trees, and you think, oh, well, they don't have a broken bone. But what you don't think are the long-term effects of having something off kilter and how your muscles and everything will compensate. But they love it here, so they're very at ease. After my first visit here, I went home and I stood in the kitchen where my kids were, and I was beaming. I was electrified, and I said, everybody's gotta go. Everybody's gotta try it. So I think my kids and I have a very good relationship and a lot of trust, and they sense that I was 100% behind it, and I would never do anything that would put them in jeopardy. And so they were excited to try it. Ever since they've started coming here, they love the staff, they love the treatments. It's very non-threatening, it's not intimidating. Everybody's very nice and gentle. And even now they can tell you, oh, I need to go in, I'm having trouble when I woke up, my neck's hurting. Every time we leave, we're always feeling great, the whole family.